Welcome back. So far, we've learned how landscapers organize plants into categories. Now it's time to answer an even more important question. Where should each plant go? One of the biggest mistakes new landscapers make is choosing a plant because they like how it looks, without considering whether it actually belongs there. Professional landscapers work the other way around. They study the site first, and then choose the right plant. That's why you'll often hear the phrase, right plant, right place. Imagine you're meeting a new client. Before recommending a single plant, you need to evaluate the site. How much sunlight does it receive? Does water drain quickly or stay wet? What type of soil are you working with? How much room will the mature plant need? And finally, what job does the plant need to perform? These are the questions professional landscapers ask every day. Sunlight is often the first factor to consider. A plant that thrives in full sun may struggle or fail in deep shade. Likewise, many shade-loving plants can become scorched if planted in intense afternoon sun. The LCB exam often asks which plants perform best under different light conditions, so learning these preferences is essential. Water is another major factor. Some plants naturally grow in moist environments. Others evolved in dry conditions and actually suffer when the soil stays wet. Soil texture also affects drainage. Clay soils hold water longer. Sandy soils drain quickly. As landscapers, our goal isn't to force plants to adapt to poor conditions. Instead, we match plants to the environment, where they'll naturally thrive. Here's an easy way to organize plants in your mind. Instead of remembering 50 individual species, create teams. For example, one team contains plants that thrive in shade. Another team contains plants for wet soils. Another team includes excellent screening plants. Grouping plants this way makes them much easier to remember and much easier to select during the exam. Let's look at a few examples. Hostas are well known for thriving in shade. Western red cedar tolerates moist soils and also makes an excellent screening plant. Kinnikinick is an outstanding ground cover for dry locations. Japanese maple is often chosen as an accent tree because of its beautiful form and seasonal color. Notice something important. The same plant can belong to several different teams. That's exactly how professional landscapers think. Let's walk through a real example. A client says, "I'd like more privacy between my yard and the neighbors." An inexperienced landscaper might immediately recommend a favorite plant. An experienced landscaper asks questions first. How much sunlight does the area receive? How much room is available? Does the client want year-round privacy? How tall should the screen become? Only after answering those questions do they recommend a plant. That's exactly the kind of thinking the LCB wants to see. Here's a valuable exam strategy. Suppose a question asks, which plant is best for wet soil? You may not remember the correct answer right away, but if you recognize that two of the choices prefer dry soil, you've already narrowed the possibilities. The more you understand plant characteristics, the easier it becomes to eliminate incorrect answers. That's often enough to arrive at the right answer. Let's pause for another quick review. See if you can answer all 5 questions before continuing. Now that you know how landscapers evaluate a planting site, it's time to meet the plants themselves. In the next video, we'll begin building your plant profile library. We'll look at the specific trees, shrubs, ground covers, vines, and perennials that appear most often in the LCB study materials and organize them using the framework you've already learned. By then, you'll notice something interesting. Instead of trying to memorize isolated facts, you'll already know where each plant belongs, and that makes learning them much easier. I'll see you in video 4.